Hi, welcome back guys to my channel. Today I'm gonna be showing you how to make quiche. Quiche is a really yummy French tart made with a simple pastry crust. It is usually filled with savory, egg custard, veggies, cheese, meat, seafood, and a couple of other ingredients. And if you want to see how I make this quiche recipe, you have to watch this video to the end while I make it. So I'm gonna start with the quiche crust. This is quite easy and I'm going to show you what I mean by that. In your food processor, combine 1.5 cup of all-purpose flour, half teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of white granulated sugar, and 12 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Once you have brought in all the ingredients, you're going to mix this a few times until you have a really crumbly consistency. So I have to stop halfway to cover the top to prevent the flour from flying out. Once you have this crumbly texture, you can gradually add in 1 tablespoon of chilled water at a time and continue mixing. So once in a while, you just add 1 tablespoon of the water and mix. You don't want to over add the water, you just want to moisten the flour. The flour should be able to hold together when you press with your hand. And once you're able to achieve that, you can stop adding the water and also stop mixing this. Don't over mix this. So we now have our dough ready. You can transfer the dough to a plastic wrap. Form it into a disc shape and place it in the refrigerator for an hour. You can easily make this a day before or some hours before you start preparing this quiche. So it's always best to make this ahead of time. And while we are waiting for the flour to firm up, it's best we prepare the quiche filling. So I'm going to show you how I make mine. I'm going to be using bacon. You can go ahead and use ham, mushroom, or any meat of your choice. So in a medium pan, add in 1.5 cup of bacon. Cook the bacon on medium heat for about 3 minutes. I like to season this with a little bit of black pepper and paprika. In total, I'm gonna be cooking this for just 5 minutes. And towards the end of the cooking time, I'm going to throw in 2 minced garlic cloves. Saute this for just a minute on low heat and then bring in 1 cup of chopped leek. Toast the leek for an additional 3 minutes until it's fragrant. Or when you notice this vibrant green color, you can stop and transfer the pan to rest while you go ahead and prepare the rest of the ingredients. So at this point, the dough should have firmed up, so you can transfer it to a flat surface and lightly flour your rolling pin as well. Roll the dough to about 13 inches round. All you just need to do is to roll and rotate repeatedly until you have a cycle formed. So you have to be a little bit fast so that the dough don't start becoming sticky. Once a cycle is formed, you can wrap the dough around your rolling pin and transfer it to your pie dish. By the way, I'm using a 9 inches pie dish. And whatever size of pie dish you're using, just make sure the dough is a little bit longer than the dish. You can now use your hand to shape the dough into the dish. Just make sure it sits properly at the bottom. And once the bottom has rested well, you can use a knife or a pair of scissors to trim the edges so that it fits as well. So I like to be a little bit extra, so I'm gonna go ahead and decorate the edges. I just don't wanna leave it like this. So if you don't mind, you can skip this process, but I just like to make it a little bit fancy. And now you have your crust beautifully decorated. You can chill this again in the freezer for about 20 to 30 minutes. Now take out the crust from the freezer. Use a fork to poke some hole in the middle. This will help steam to escape while this is baking. Next, cover the crust with aluminum foil. Press the foil directly against the surface and the sides. And fill inside of the foil with a pie weight. In my own case, I'm using some dried beans. And bake this in a preheated oven at 350 degrees for 15 minutes. Once the sides are slightly brown, you can take out the foil and the filling. It's now time to bake the center where the filling was sitting on for another 10 minutes. And here it is, our crust is ready. So you can put this aside and prepare the next ingredients. In a mixing bowl, combine 4 medium-sized eggs and whisk until it's smooth and blended. Also add in 1 cup of heavy cream, half cup of milk, and season with half teaspoon of black pepper, a 1/4 teaspoon of paprika, a pinch of grated nutmeg, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You can add in your favorite ingredients and then go ahead and mix until it's well combined. And once the seasonings are well combined, you can now stir in the bacon mixture. So I'm just going to use a fork to mix these and make sure everything is well incorporated. I like to layer the bottom of the pie crust with half cup of sharp cheddar cheese and 2 tablespoons of chopped spring onion. And once you're done layering the bottom, you can now pour in the custard. And finally, lock up the flavor with some grated Parmesan cheese. Okay, so it's time to bake this in a preheated oven at 350 degrees for about 40 to 45 minutes. So once the center of the quiche is barely set, you can take it out and leave it to cool down completely. It should come to room temperature before you slice this. So I cooled mine for just 20 minutes because I could barely wait. The flavor is so yummy. I just want to have a taste of this. Let's go ahead and slice this right away. So friends, this is the most interesting part for me. Every slice is filled with meat and some yummy vegetables. And this is all for quiche. It was so easy to make. In short, I really want to make this over and over again. You can enjoy a slice of this delicious quiche for your next breakfast. I hope you try this out. Let me know what you think, guys, down below. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. You can share this video with your friends and loved ones. And please don't forget to subscribe to Onyx Food Hill. If you are new here, you can click the bell button so you'll be notified whenever I upload new videos. Until then, guys, I love to see you again. Bye.